Most people think intention is something that you set once and forget. But Dr. Wayne Dyer taught that intention isn't just a thought. It's a living, universal force that responds to how you live, what you believe, and what you are energetically aligned with. And if you have ever felt like you're doing all the right things, but nothing is changing in your career, finances, or relationships, this video will explain exactly why and how to finally change it. Hi everyone, I'm Esther Bartkiw. For over 21 years, I've helped people create the life that they dream of by silencing the noise within and transforming from the inside out. Because real change starts within at the level of belief. If you appreciate content on personal and spiritual growth, please hit the like button. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most profound spiritual teachings of modern times, Dr. Wayne Dyer's 10 Principles of Intention, based on his book, The Power of Intention. This is not surface level manifesting. This is about learning how to co-create your life by aligning with what Dr. Dyer calls the universal force of intention or source energy. Before we begin, it's important to understand who this wisdom comes from. Dr. Wayne Dyer was a world-renowned author, spiritual teacher, and pioneer in personal development. He wrote over 40 books, many of them bestsellers, and spent decades teaching the connection between consciousness, belief, and reality creation. Although he passed on in 2015, his teachings remain foundational in spiritual psychology, the law of attraction, and conscious living. Much of what people talk about today, manifesting, alignment, and energy, was articulated clearly and responsibly by Dr. Dyer long before it became mainstream. One of Dr. Dyer's core teachings was this: intention is not something that you do, it's something that you align with. Most people misunderstand intention as wishful thinking. I intend to make more money. I intend to find love. I intend to be healthier. But intention is not just a mental note. It's not a one-time thought. Dr. Dyer described intention as a field of energy that creates and allows all things. You don't command it, you cooperate with it. Intention is like planting a seed. Thinking the thought plants it, but your daily beliefs, emotions, habits, and self-image are what water or starve that seed. So here are his 10 principles. Principle number 1, intention is a force in the universe. Intention is not personal, it's universal. Dr. Wayne Dyer taught that intention is the same invisible intelligence that organizes the universe itself. It's the force that knows how to grow an oak tree from an acorn, how to keep planets in precise orbit, how to heal a cut on your skin, and how ideas are conceived before they even take physical form. Trees don't try to grow, they grow because they are aligned with intention. Planets don't question their path, they move in harmony with it. Your body doesn't need instructions to heal. Intention is already at work within you. When you align with this same force, life begins to feel supported, guided, and responsive. When you resist it through fear, control, or disbelief, it feels heavy, effortful, and exhausting. For example, consider someone forcing a career path that looks good on paper but feels wrong inside of them. No matter how hard they push, doors close, burnout increases, and opportunities feel blocked. That heaviness isn't failure, it's just misalignment. When people pivot into work that feels meaningful or aligned, momentum often appears without struggle. Has that ever happened to you? Because it certainly has happened to me. So how do you apply this principle? Instead of asking, how do I make this happen? Ask, where am I in harmony with life and where am I resisting it? Principle number 2, intention responds to your inner world, not to your wishes. Dr. Dyer emphasized that intention does not respond to what you want, it responds to what you are aligned with internally. And that's your story, the story about you, your inner conversations. Many people will say things like, I intend to be abundant, but internally they feel unworthy, anxious, or fearful around money. Their story is that they are poor and life is a struggle. Intention doesn't argue with that internal talk, it simply mirrors it. Your inner world is like tuning a dial on your radio. Whatever frequency you are tuned into is what you receive. Here's an example. Someone may be working harder than ever, visualizing, doing abundance work, repeating affirmations, yet are constantly worried about bills, not having enough, fear of the future. From the perspective of intention, the dominant signal here is not abundance, it's fear. And intention faithfully responds to the dominant energy. So what do? Instead of asking, why isn't this working? Ask yourself, what emotional state do I most often live in? Does my self-image match what I'm asking for? Alignment always precedes manifestation. Principle 3, you cannot be hostile and creative at the same time. According to Dr. Dyer, hostility blocks intention because it cuts you off from your creative energy. Hostility doesn't always look like anger. It could be chronic frustration, resentment towards others who are successful, harsh self-criticism, and feeling wronged by life. These states contract your energy. Your creativity and intention require openness. A person may want a loving relationship, yet still carry resentment towards their past partners. That emotional armor protects them from pain, but it also blocks new connection. Intention cannot flow through a guarded heart. Make sense? And here's how you can apply this principle. Hostility dissolves when curiosity enters the scene. So ask, what is this situation trying to teach me? What would soften me right now? Principle number 4, you cannot feel guilty and connected to intention. Guilt tells the conscious mind, I am undeserving. And intention cannot flow through a belief of unworthiness. Dr. Dyer taught that guilt is one of the most common and most hidden blockers to manifestation. Here's an example. Trying to change your health and body from a stance of shame will backfire. Dieting out of punishment creates resistance. Healing and transformation happen far more naturally when motivated by self-respect and compassion. So release the need to be perfect. Replace guilt with responsibility. Say to yourself, I am going to be choosing differently now. And that shift alone restores connection to intention. Principle 5, align with the energy of appreciation. Appreciation is one of the fastest ways to align with intention. When you appreciate something, you are acknowledging its existence and its value. And intention responds by expanding it. Now, this is not pretending that everything is okay, everything is fine. It's about recognizing support where it already exists. Let's say someone focused only on what's wrong at work, and as a result feels trapped and depleted. But when appreciation enters into the picture with a focus on skills gained, people helped, lessons learned, new opportunities often appear unexpectedly. Appreciation isn't a mindset trick, it is an energetic posture. Repeat to yourself, something is always working out for me. Principle number 6, you attract what you are, not what you want. This is so big. This principle can feel confronting, but it's deeply empowering. Intention mirrors your self-concept, your self-identity. If someone believes that they are undervalued, life reflects with low-paying jobs, missed opportunities, or being overlooked. When self-worth shifts, external circumstances often follow rapidly. So who would I need to be for this outcome to be as I want it to be is a good practice to ask. And then, as Neville Goddard says, live in the end as if it is so. Principle number 7, stay connected to your highest self. Dr. Dyer distinguished between the ego self and the higher self. The ego wants control, certainty, and validation. The higher self trusts, allows, and listens. Intention flows through the higher self, not the ego. When choices are made from fear, they feel urgent and stressful. When choices are made from alignment, they feel calm, even when they are bold. So what can you do to make choices from alignment? Silence reconnects you. Meditation, time in nature, stillness without distraction. Principle number 8, detach from outcomes. Detachment does not mean giving up. It means trusting that intention knows how to create something, even when you don't. Attachment creates pressure. Pressure creates resistance. For example, when you are clinging to an outcome, let's say needing someone to behave a certain way, that energy often pushes them further away. Giving them space often restores connection. You can say to yourself internally, I already have it. Say it with belief and feeling of already having it, and that phrase signals trust to intention. I recently recorded a video all about detachment. I will put the link in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. Principle number 9, live from purpose, not from ego. When you live from purpose, intention supports you effortlessly. Purpose is not about doing more. It's about contributing authentically. When people shift from how do I succeed to how do I serve, opportunities tend to multiply. Doors will open. Why? Because living from the space of purpose dissolves fear because it's not self-focused. And principle number 10, see yourself as connected, not separate. Separation thinking is one of the greatest blockers to intention. When you believe that you are alone, unsupported, or competing with life, intention feels distant. When you remember that you are part of life, flow returns. Feeling disconnected often manifests as anxiety or loneliness. Reconnection through service, compassion, or being present restores balance. Affirmations that support this principle include, I belong here. Life is working with me, not against me. Intention is not passive. It requires participation. When your beliefs, emotions, identity, and actions align, intention moves into motion. As you've been listening to this video, you may be getting intuitive hits about what is blocking your intentions from manifesting. Very often, it's a belief block, something unconscious that interrupts alignment. If you want your career, money, relationships, emotional or physical health that you desire, this is where I can help. changing your inner story and core beliefs to something that supports you living the life that you desire. Please click the link in the description box to learn more about working with me privately. And if we haven't worked together before, reach out to me by email so that we can explore the possibilities together. I've also included in the description box a link to Dr. Dyer's book. It's always nice to have a copy in your hands. And hey, please check out the video popping up on your screen right now. It is a beautiful complement to what we've discussed here today.